What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. My name is Braden Carlson.
My name is Taylor.
My name is Shane, or as you might know me, Postart.
And my name's Matthew.
And on today's action-packed episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast, we are discussing balls.
Balls.
Oh.
How are we doing today, folks? Nice to see you in the live chat. I was going to say hi to the first person that commented, but I don't know how to pronounce that name, so we're just going to move on and pretend I didn't do anything here. Balls was awesome, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I loved it.
Oh,
Super
that's
good.
right. I was the only one there.
Womp womp.
Dude, you guys missed out too, because Chris from New Zealand Rocketry Association gave me a hoodie, and he said I'm the only person outside of New Zealand that has one. So you missed out. Sorry.
Dang, that would have been worth the cost of travel.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, so we're gonna talk about what we got going on at Balls, and hold on. First, let's address the comment. Xenia Zantello says, "But wait, is this a podcast or a live stream?" Nobody really knows anymore. That's the thing, isn't it? This is both, as a matter of fact. Well, Balls 33 is in the books. Postart and I went to a cool launch before Balls, though, so I think we're going to have to start there. But before we get there, does anybody want to say anything fun or exciting about projects that they're working on? I know that we discussed some cool new stuff in the next episode, but Postart, you want to tell the people to go watch your new video?
Yeah, go watch it and hit the like button 47 times.
Okay,
Wow,
so
that's a lot of times.
Just like it and unlike it and like it and unlike it a bunch.
Thomas
But make
Buska
sure
says,
the
"Good
last time
morning."
you hit it, that it's a like, not a
Yeah.
unlike.
Yeah, don't unlike it and go away.
Yeah.
That's a good point. You got to be careful
I think
with that.
that's why I said an odd number. 'Cause
Right,
I think
that
that would
makes
work
sense.
out.
Yeah, 47. I think you're right. Thomas Buska says, "Good morning, my gamer friends from Sweden." Sweden, he says.
Wow.
Bryce Chanis is in the chat and says, "Balls was a great time." It was a great time. It was a little bit windy this year, and a little bit rainy. Well, actually, it was only rainy really in Gerlach, but it happened to be a little bit of a problem. So, not for everybody. But anyway, Shane and I, first and foremost, we went to Black Rock pretty early because we were invited out to watch a private 2-stage launch happen. It was a P to O 6-inch to 4-inch 2-stage rocket that it was intended for space, but like so many projects with a long burn motor in the sustainer, it coned real hard and didn't quite get there. It did still, however, go 243,000 feet, Mach 4.5, and both stages were recovered in about 45 minutes. Both landed on the playa, so it's pretty crazy.
That's incredible.
Shane got some really cool shots, and I got some really cool video that I have not posted yet. Canadian Sigs actually is a good question. Said, "Did the drawing for the Wildman gift card happen?" Yes, is the answer. And I'm going to make this an official notification from the point this episode gets posted. You have 1 week to claim your gift card because the person who won it commented on a video, is not a subscriber to the account, and just has not replied since I commented. So let me find out who it was again real quick, because I've been waiting, and if this guy doesn't reply within a week from the day that we post this episode, which I believe is going to be October 6th. If you don't reply by October 6th, then I'm redrawing it for somebody else. So don't miss your opportunity. That person is... Hold on, give me a second. I'm getting there. Oh, God, where is it? Hold on 1 second. It is HYO Hold Your Own 6444 on YouTube. So I think I found the guy's name. He flies with Sears is the club, or Sear, SEAR. Is that the Tripoli, the club that's like based in California, but they fly in Nevada, Shane?
I don't know. Let me look.
Okay. Well, anyway, that person won the gift card and hasn't replied yet. So, okay, let's talk about it. Link to the video. I assume you're talking about the 2-stage video. It doesn't exist yet. I got back yesterday, so it hasn't been edited yet. There is a short clip of it posted, I think, on YouTube as well, but also on Facebook and Instagram for sure. Okay. Let's talk about
Sears
balls. Uh-huh.
Is a rocket club and launch site that supports both NAR and Tripoli members and is located in Samson, Alabama. So, no.
Oh, got it. Okay, well, if anybody from the Alabama locale happens to know who HYO Hold Your Own 6444, I think is what it was, is, let him know that he won a gift card, but he's got not a lot of time to claim it. So, anyway, balls. Am I right, folks? Am I right? Balls.
Balls.
It was great. I'll talk about my launch, and then we'll get into some pretty cool stuff that went down. I flew the Bobs again with Eric, the same minimum diameter rocket that I flew last year. If you are on the Rocket Vlogs Patreon, you'll know that I did not have time to build my N1560 project, which is supposed to go way higher. But we did actually manage to squeeze a little more altitude out of the Bobs this year. Eric's new tower, Taylor, he effectively made it Taylor proof. So hopefully if you fly something out of it, it'll go straight. Last year it went super straight too, but it went 49,295 feet this year, which is annoyingly close to 50,000. When Shane went back home after the 2-stage launch we watched, I accidentally left the camera that goes inside the rocket in the door pocket of the Fiesta that Shane drove back home, so we didn't have it. Fortunately, Eric had the Mobius Mini, so we jerry-rigged that to fit in the Mobius Maxi spot. And we're like, we bum rushed and had this rocket ready to fly in the tower and ready to push the button on a minimum diameter end motor flight in like 45 minutes. And when I say we, I mean Eric did it. Eric built the motor. Eric did every single thing. All they did was stand there and help him load it in the tower. So really, Eric flew this rocket. I just happened to have built it last year. But and we actually leveled out, because if you know about this rocket, you know that it landed like 12 miles away last year because the main came out at 45,000 feet. So we decided to level things out this year, and it did not have a main deploy at all this year. So it landed 1.5 miles away and broke a fin off. So now
That brings your average to putting the main out at like what, 25,000 feet?
Yeah, something like that. And I actually thought about this. I was like, realistically, if I take these two, so it's like 47,754, I think is what it was last year, plus 49,295. Then we divide it by 2. That means I have one perfect flight with both drogue and main deployment to 48,524 feet. I think that's a pretty reasonable adjustment there. But yeah, dude, it's with a flight that straight and the winds aloft that ideal, I don't think there's any more left in that rocket. Maybe if we plug the camera hole and just had it smooth surface, we could maybe get a little more altitude, but I don't know if there's another 705 feet in that. I will note, though, that if you're excited to see the onboard footage, I have bad news, because all we got was a really good clip of Eric turning the camera on and looking into it to see if it was recording, and then turning it off again before it went in the rocket. So,
what if he had a tail cone on it?
It would have to be custom made.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. It doesn't
It also
matter. The
doesn't
fin
stick out
broke off.
very far.
Yeah.
No, but actually, Chris Short had one, a flush tail cone for an N1000 because they're using it as a sustainer. I mean, obviously not certified, but so I told Eric we should build a shorter one that uses the electronic setup I'm planning on doing for my N1560 and just call it the Bob, and that one will definitely do 50,000. If we shave a whole 4 inches off of that thing and we get to fly that straight, it'll get 50,000 for sure. Plus, calling it the Bob is funny. Thanks for laughing, everybody. That's a hilarious joke. Anyway, yeah. So the Bob's is, I believe, officially retired to the wall now, which is a little bit of a bummer because I really wanted to see it go fast. I wanted to see an N3300 in it because I know it could handle it. To do like Mach 2.9 or something like that, so it'd be pretty cool. Who's tapping? Is it Taylor or is it Shane?
Not it.
It's probably me.
Oh, this guy.
Oh.
Okay, Julian Donat is actually in the chat. I don't know if that's how you say your last name, Julian, but you are actually the next person I wanted to talk about because he has a thread on the Rocketry Forum. If you're unfamiliar, it was called Breaking All Illusions, and it was a sub-minimum diameter CTI N5800. It uses a 3D printed aluminum fin can. And Taylor, have you seen this thread?
Yes, not super in depth, but I clicked on it today, I think.
Dude, the nose cone mold is one of the more satisfying things I've ever
I've
seen
seen
in
the
this
nose
world.
cone mold, and it blows my mind.
It's really cool. He made it a little bit of a pain to get video of the rocket up close because it has his phone number on it, which is a good thing to do. But I was like, oh yeah. And then I was like, I'm going to get a picture of the shipping label from France because that's cool because he shipped it in from France. And then his phone number was on that too. So I was like, okay, well, I tried everything I could do. I'm not going to give away too much of how the flight went because he's, I'm sure, writing up a dissertation and a debrief. But I will tell you, it survived the hard part, and it was crazy. So fast. I mean, we've seen minimum diameter N5800s before, but that thing just rolled out like nobody's business. So, crazy good rocket build. If you haven't seen the thread, I believe he has one on Discord as well. Definitely go check it out because there's a master class in rocket design to which I will never be able to achieve. That's fine. Plus, it flew out of, well, Eric's tower. That is the same as mine, which, by the way, we can talk about my tower. It now looks more like a Salvador Dali painting than a tower. Because Bryce Gano put his 2.75 inch L9500 in it that was supposed to go Mach by 95 feet and pull over 200 Gs at motor burnout. But the problem with getting to Mach at 95 feet was it needed to go that far. And, well, the tower's
like
6 feet tall, if you want to guess how high it got. But it turned the tower into way more pieces than it was. So
it was like an L20,000.
Yeah, it was. Very, very briefly. It was supposed to be a 0.4 second burn, but it wound up being about 0.1.
Julian has an altitude.
65,000 feet.
65,000.
Go ahead.
At Mach 4.15.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't hear it on the PA, but as soon as it went, our camp was like, holy ass. Yeah, dude, it was gnarly. Somebody else also tried to do an N5800 as their level 3. It shredded. Shout out to Ellie Corso as well, who tried to do her level 3 on an 03400. It shredded.
I saw there was, I think I saw it on Discord. Somebody did their L3 on an 05500.
Yeah.
Minimum diameter, and that worked.
Yep, it did, and it was sick.
That's sick.
I got a good video of that. Art Hogue was like a couple 100 feet away from breaking the O record with a minimum diameter O 3400. Went 70,000 feet. Pretty gnarly.
Chris Phillips also did minimum diameter 5500.
Yeah, it was like 64,000 or something like that, or 65,000. Also a killer flight, and both of those rockets were super pretty. I don't remember. Art told me he used, I don't know if it was like Cerakote clear or what, but the rocket looked like it never flew. Like it didn't burn anything off. And it was a really cool rocket. It was a binder fin can, but he like clipped the fins a little bit, and he bonded the fin can, I believe, to the motor case. But he also put fillets over the hardware on the fin can.
I saw the picture, and that's what it looked like.
It's hard to get much more efficient than that and still have a full airframe. Plus, there's that whole argument we don't really need to have about whether having the stepped ring is better than having a full airframe, and how most people have landed on that it doesn't really make a difference at this scale. But yeah. Valiant effort for sure. If there's a way to make it shorter, it's there for sure. So, for your first level 3 flight in O sounds ballsy. It is, but it's been proven it can be done. Shout out once again, as always, to Jim Jarvis for his groundbreaking 2005, right? Was it? No, it was LDRS 25, so it would have been 2006.
Yeah. Yes.
N4000 minimum diameter, way back when. Jim Jarvis also had a space shot attempt. It was 05500 to 05500 2, and I love this, obviously, N1560 in the sustainer. And I think the N1560 was loaded in a John DeMar pin case, like it's 6XL specs, but it's a pin case. He offered me one when I was trying to find a 6XL case for sale. But I can't use it for the record attempt. And if I'm going to go as far as building the rocket that has a chance of scraping the record, then I'm just going to go ahead and use the case on the options. But I'm still going to break the fin off. I'm not doing tip to tip. I'm locked back in on that. It's not happening. So, well, anyone have any questions about balls from the panel here, since it's just me talking so far?
Did you have fun?
No. Next.
That sucked.
Does anyone want to ask me about a particular legendary motor that I was supposed to fly?
Yeah, what happened to the M2200?
It's so I didn't have a liner for it. I can't remember if I just lost it or if I gaslit myself into believing I had one and never actually did. But it's a low metals propellant that's notoriously cool burning. So I was like, whatever, I'll take a 30 or 3500 liner, a 6000 liner, and cut it up and make it work. So there's actually, in the upcoming balls video, a great segment of me cutting liners up and making it all work in a hotel room. And the camera got cut when I started running into a lot of issues that I didn't need people to see on camera, because it turned into like a 4-hour process to put that motor together, which is unbelievable, which I'll explain to you guys. F it. I guess we can get into it.
Go for it.
The nozzle washers, for one, fit way tighter in the case than they should. I don't know why, but so I just had to like gently tap it into place. Okay, so whatever happens. Long and short of it is that I learned that the liner length I have in my liner index is for a Cosden hockey puck forward bulkhead, or a Cosden East one. The AMW one is about a 1/4 inch shorter, so the liner needs to be a 1/4 inch longer. I discovered this when I finished putting the motor together, and there was a 1/4 inch gap between the top of the bulkhead and my top snap ring groove, which wouldn't have been a problem if I had a couple more washers. And now I think I'm going to just McMaster car a handful of the nozzle washers, because the unspoken truth of a snap ring motor that a lot of people don't bring up is that sometimes it just be like that, and you just throw one of the washers up top too, or a couple of them, and space it out. It all works as long as it's above the O-rings and above the belt, then everything's going to seal fine. Anyway, I am me and happen to also have a Kazan East bulkhead on deck, so I packed the snap ring groove with grease, pulled the bulkhead back out, just crossing my fingers that I didn't tear the O-rings. I didn't. Put the new one in. Then I pulled it back out again because I realized that I wasn't sure how long the shoulder was on the nozzle versus the shoulder on the hockey puck thing, the forward bulkhead, because the Kazan and Kazan East ones have a shoulder. The AMW ones do not. Who's clicking again? Stop it.
I'm not.
Someone's.
He's not as he puts it away.
I wasn't clicking. I just accidentally touched something to the desk.
Sit still. All right, story time. Anyway, I took it back apart because I wasn't sure if the liner was going over the nozzle shoulder, and that started to freak me out. So I took it apart again and then put it back together again. Unfortunately, when my dad arrived, he realized that he had forgotten the electronics bay for the Dark Star. So,
man,
we looked around to see if there was a way to make one work. Eric had a sled. Rocketry Supplies had a coupler, but they didn't have bulk plates. And I was like, I mean, like I said, I waited 15 years to fly that rocket on that motor, so it's really not that treacherous to have to wait a little bit longer. So whatever. I thought about putting in the 5-inch Punisher because I had that with me as well. It just wouldn't be the same. Rather wait.
You were able to get the motor all built up fine.
Yeah, the motor's together and ready to go.
It just took some. Okay, nice.
Can you talk into the microphone, please, Matt?
Nice.
Okay, anyway.
Nice.
It's there. It just needs to be flown now. So that'll happen at some point. Yeah. I don't know what else. All right, questions? Matthew?
Did
What was your
I'm shutting
favorite
down
flight
here.
tip balls?
That's what I was gonna
Finally, somebody. Probably actually Connor's in the chat right now. Connor Coons? Is that how you say your last name? I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before. He's the one that did his level 2 on like a J825 minimum diameter at LDRS with the 1-inch Blue Raven in it. Do you recall this, folks?
Yes.
He did a submin, or I think submin. Yeah, because it was just a fin can. It was a Loki M1378, the 54 millimeter M, and yeah, it was pretty nasty. I can't remember, Connor, if you're in the chat. Go ahead and let me know how high and fast that thing went. Canadian Sig says, is AMW still operating? So actually, our next episode, we talk about that a little bit. The long and short of it is, yes. I mean, they've been active for basically the entire time. They just haven't been producing propellant. But the bigger news is in the next episode. All I will say is you can go on the Animal Motorworks website right now and see a couple things that are listed for sale that weren't until fairly recently. How you pronounce this correct? Okay, cool. 41,000 feet just over Mach 3. Dang, that's a pretty hardcore level 3 flight right there. Pretty sweet. And perhaps one of the more hot talks of the town right now is the failed R27,000 flight at Balls this year. That I actually sort of had a hand in. I say that very loosely because I've been a part of that project since it started, like over 4 years ago. However, since I was part of the initial planning, they have found a bunch of people, namely Peter from Rob Appleton, Robert, and a couple other people from Team Num who have flown a lot of big motors for a lot of years. And actual engineers and stuff, and people that know what they're doing a little bit more in terms of refining the design and just flying big rockets that have big motors in them. So also I moved away 2 years ago, so originally I was planning on helping with some welding and some ground support and stuff like that when I still lived in Boise, but I don't live in Boise anymore. So the past couple of years have just me been on and off going to the meetings and just basically getting updates on what they've decided to do. And it was a really cool design. It was like a triple shoot cannon sort of setup. It had 2 Kates on it, and it had the biggest Jim Jarvis Voss system to date. Pretty cool. Dude, the canards were huge. The propellant, it's like a thick black smoky propellant almost. I think originally it was supposed to be derived of Orange Sunset, and then I think it kind of got switched to being based in Alumaflame, which if you're familiar with Team Num makes a lot of sense. Former and late member Alex of Team Num, I believe, was the guy who like made the Alumaflame formula, right? Alex McLaughlin, is that his last name? I do this all the time. Yes, Alex McLaughlin. I know people's names, but when I'm recording it, I get afraid to say it because then I'm just like anticipating somebody being like, well, that's wrong. Nice. Thanks for putting that out there. I never knew Alex, but yeah, Alumaflame, killer propellant. Anyway, it changed a lot, as you can see. Alumaflame is not a thick, smoky propellant. Ultimately, it did Kato, probably 2,500 or 3,000 feet up. The video is really interesting because you can see the Voss like still trying to save it as it's coming back down. So it very uniquely like keeps lifting the front end back up as it's spiraling
I wondered why
down.
it looked like that.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until afterwards, but
It sounded pretty gnarly on the way down.
yeah, it sounded pretty gnarly on the way up too, let me tell you. It's a big motor. I think just what it was grains collapsing and the nozzle clogging. If you look at the video, you can see what looks like a big hunk of propellant get spit out of it, and then it tries to do the same thing again, and that's when it let go. So Brian Clark says 7K Mach 1.2 pieces got as high as 10K. Well, there you go. I showed up late on Friday, so I missed that R launch. Heard it was insane. Yep. So huge bummer, but I mean, just the fact that the thing finally got put together and got to go to balls and attempt to fly is pretty cool. There wasn't anything on that rocket that wasn't like custom manufactured. It was a binder design, 10-inch fin can. Probably the biggest one he's ever done for hobby purposes, I'd imagine. But maybe no. Wait, the Red Rider rocket. How big was that? Was that 12? That had one, I think, or maybe it was 8.
I thought that was. Yeah, maybe that was 8.
I think it's 8. I think John DeMar has that rocket. I can't remember. Somebody has it now. But yeah, big fin can.
I don't know. Still does.
Custom wound tubes, custom wound nose cone, custom wound casting tubes and liners. Whole lot of AP. I have a great video of us rolling barrels of AP up into Dave's truck to take them over to Oregon to deliver them when I still lived in Idaho. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So a bummer. Slamming a couple Kates into the ground is never a good day, I would say. But
not what you want.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. Any idea what the failure mode for the R was? Yeah, like I said, I think it just was grain collapsing and clogged nozzle. I mean, you see, that's a good leading cause of motors having problems is suddenly the nozzle not being open or open enough. So, and when you got that much propellant, it's a whole lot of weight on those bottom grains. It was like 600 pounds of propellant, I believe. Yeah, crazy stuff. But when you push the envelope, as we know, you find the edges. And Matthew, this one's for you. No matter how much you push the envelope, it's always stationary.
Okay. It's always okay. I got it. Yeah.
I stole that from somebody's signature on the rocketry form, actually.
That's clever.
Well, that's pretty much all the ball stuff I can think about right now. Does anybody have any other questions? I didn't know what to do other than I'm just kind of cooking time now.
Any cool two-stage stuff?
Yeah, actually, Ian Dalton. Well, I think the Sustainer came in ballistic, but he built the 5.5-inch to 3-inch Nike Tomahawk kit, and
Yeah.
it was flawless, dude. He made the fluorescent paint glossy, and it still was fluorescent. It was pretty impressive.
Whoa.
So it was a bummer that it had issues, but there was a couple really cool two-stage flights.
What kind of paint did he use?
I don't know, but we should ask him because it looked good. Oh, my dad brought the Saturn V so I could see it.
Oh.
Because he finished
Did it look sick?
It looks so
he finished
sick.
it?
Yeah, dude, it looks really good. You can actually see pictures of it on patreon.com/rocketvlogs.
I think I'm going to head over there right now.
Wow, great idea, Matt. You can sign up for as little as $1 a month and see all the behind the scenes content, photos, and videos I'm producing. Thank you.
Thank you for producing
I'm not
them.
sure I'll be able to fly anything. Oh, yeah. What was the motor supposed to be? R27,000 was the designation. It's like 310,000 Newton seconds or something like that. Insane. Oh, dude, Manny Ballestero of Evolution Space. The man who taught me to use RDF tracking. He was shocked he didn't have that memory that he was like, he remembered going to get my rocket, but he didn't remember that I didn't know what I was doing because I never done it before. So I've known Manny since we were like 14 probably. But he decided to show up and flex on everybody with an old school balls project. It was a 4.5-inch 12,000 flying case, carbon fin can, G11 fins, no tip to tip, just massive fillets, snap ring motor, full diameter graphite nozzle. He used 4-inch Mac Performance airframe for the liner and couplers for the casting tubes. And it ruled, dude. I will say, you're going to have to wait for the video to see it. He pushed absolutely to the very end how far you could take a motor case without burning a hole in it. Like, it looks like somebody set up shop inside the motor case and hit a golf ball at the wall. That is not an exaggeration. I'll send you a picture afterwards. It was so crazy. Yeah, dude, it was sick. And now I love 4.5-inch motors again. I used to be so
he's going to build another full-scale Arcus.
Yeah, dude, a minimum diameter Arcus would be sick. That
would be sick.
Just a sounding rocket. You just made a sounding rocket. I bet Tim would make me one with no fin slots in it. That would be sick, dude. Someone asked Matt, what are you doing to build for your 2-stage? You'll have to wait for the next episode that we all re-recorded that Matt talks about it.
I don't think he even really says, though.
Well, I think he doesn't really know is really the thing.
You'll just have to find out when you listen to the episode, and you can make your own judgments.
Yeah, marketing Matt, they call him. All right, thanks for your input, Matthew.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well,
yet.
I need some help from people in the comments because I don't even know what to talk about anymore. You guys, let's talk about rocket stuff. How's that? This is a live episode after all.
I could probably do.
What you got cooking over there, Big T? Ladies and gentlemen, TJ.
Hello.
It's like a weather report.
Yeah, thanks, Braden. I've got a Nike Hercules that's never going to be finished, and Probably a ultimate buzz that's also never going to be built. So that's what I got
Come
going right now.
on.
Back to you.
Boo.
Remember when we were talking about trying to do a brand deal with Locke for this podcast where you're like, I could build the ultimate buzz in a weekend.
That's the thing. I could, but I haven't.
Why though is the question. You were so excited about it.
Yeah. Because other things keep coming up that seem more urgent.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I mean, I have a bunch of cool rockets that I want to build. Chris Phillips.
Because every time I get ready to bust it out, I'm like, oh, but there's always like a launch on the horizon where it's like that wasn't really that rocket wasn't the point. There's something else that I need to mess with, and so
dude,
it just
I
doesn't
know
get built, but
that's where I'm at too. Everything's too high stress now. I shouldn't be having deadlines in my hobby. It's my hobby. So I'm just like, oh, but now I got to do this first, and I have to build this, and Esther sent me this, and these sent that, and I have to do this. Oh, got to keep the content flowing. I'm over it, dude. That's why I didn't record almost anything at Balls. You're getting a Balls video, but you will get what you will like, and you get what you get, and you will eat it and like it. Chris Phillips was Rocketry says, let's talk about the O that blew up next to us, and I'm going to plead the fifth on that one. For now, Balls. Once we're done recording, I might explain a little bit more to you fellas. I'm waiting on Wildman to send me my 3-inch Punisher and mini Punisher that I ordered. Dude, the combo, getting both of them at once. That's a good idea right there. Fishing and Fireworks says, got an ultimate buzz at Airfest, was shopping since I wasn't flying, and I'm sitting over here not wanting to land it in mud, and Matt's level 3 lands in a nice grass field. It did. It was a good landing. Great song, too. Matt's level 3 song.
Oh, man.
Who was it? Emma asked if I would put all the AGG songs on Bandcamp, and I think that's a good idea.
All of them?
No, Matthew.
dang it!
It's like a movie soundtrack for the AGG podcast, and we can just keep adding volumes to it. That way, if people want you. Yeah, I do. But when I say we about anything regarding the podcast, Matt, it's always means me.
Yeah, I guess there's some truth behind that, huh?
No, not some. That's all of it.
Yeah.
You guys want to go to Tripoli Vegas Spring Fest next year? I'm trying to get my dad to come down for that so we can fly the M2200.
I want to, but the timing probably won't work.
Why? Because you're building a house, have a rally car, and are going to other rocket launches?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
It's tough.
Oh, well, very specifically that. Yes, got it.
I'm pretty sure it's Argonia Cup weekend, right?
No, I think it's
Or is
like
it
the
not
weekend
fall?
before. Let's see. Maybe they have it up already. We'll take a look inside the book. That's reading Rainbow. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I thought I could talk about balls for an hour. I'm insane for that. But you guys aren't giving me anything here.
Well,
okay,
I wasn't at ball.
You should have been. It's the second weekend of March, it looks like, for Spring Fest.
Argonia Cup is the 21st and 22nd.
It was 15 through 17 for 2025 for Spring Fest.
Did Eric fly the 2.6 Punisher?
Oh, yeah. I think I have the record for that kit, maybe. Yeah, it went 25,000 feet and like Mach 2.3. It melted the rail
What
buttons.
motor?
L1040.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
That's sick.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
dude, it was awesome. So it would have gone a little lower in Argonia, but he probably still would have squeezed like 23 out of it in Argonia.
Dang.
It was crazy,
That's
dude.
crazy.
It went so fast, and I was out at the away cell helping with the R motor. So I had to watch it from far away and try and film it. So you can't really see anything in the video, but it got out so fast. It was ridiculous. And now the full swing of the 2.6 Punisher is complete, dude. It's flown on everything from G to L. It's lived up to its hype. Now I kind of want another one.
What else did Eric fly?
Well, we did the bombs. He flew Unga Bunga 2, his Carbon Mach 3 on an M685.
How'd that go?
Like 31 or 32,000, I think, and he was mad about it. But it's because Taylor's rocket was a foot shorter and went 42,000 feet in Alamosa. I think he was expecting a good bit more, but
That's kind of what those do if about 32. I think.
Yeah.
31.
yeah, because I mean that's even what you got in Argonia in your old one, right?
My old one, which is a little bit longer, yeah. I think my current rocket in Argonia would do maybe 33. Maybe 34.
You think that big of a difference?
really
Yeah,
straight.
I mean Alamosa, it does make a huge difference.
It's
That's what I
like
told Eric.
Well, it's about 6,000 feet higher than Argonia.
Yeah, I guess you're right, dude. It was pretty sick though. I mean, a minimum diameter M685 is always cool. So,
Yeah.
Joe Hill flew one as well, also in a Mach 3. I tried to talk him out of doing tip to tip, but he still did it. But it weathercocked a little bit too. Went like 27,000.
It looked in the video. It looked like it weathercocked pretty hard, but
Yeah, it wasn't a little bit. I
I
guess
don't know.
you're right. But also, the ejection charge cannons from the Bobs almost blew the nose cone in half.
Oh, dang.
Did I send
was
you
it the
guys
same
pictures
amount
of
of
that?
powder as last time?
What's up?
Same amount of powder as last time?
Yeah, it was 1.5 and 2.5.
Dang.
Let me show you the picture because it's. I mean, it almost blew it in half, like legitimately.
Wait,
If we can just
Eric
get
hit the tail
split it.
cone with the M685?
Yeah,
Like split
Oh,
it
yeah.
sideways or split it shoulder to.
like radially.
Oh.
Man, why right now do you have to decide not to work? I hate the internet, dude. The internet is straight A sometimes. Hold on, let me send it to myself in Discord. Matt, can you go ahead and not just yawn loudly and make a bunch of chair noise, please? That'd be great. This is a podcast episode and not just a live stream. May I remind you? Dude, stop that. People are actually going to be mad about that. What a menace. I'm not editing that out. You are a problem. You and Taylor always make it such a nightmare to edit. Oh, I'm going to rant. You're lucky I found
Braden's
this.
going
Half
all
you.
Taylor on Matt.
Yeah.
Matt? Bullying Taylor, but Matt.
So here you go. Here's the nose cone.
Yeah, that looks not ideal.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really not. It's like halfway around.
You think that's from the ejection charge?
What else could it be? It's like blown out from the inside, and that's right where the charge cannons were.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense.
Yep. Oh, it wasn't in streamer mode. Now everyone's going to see my full name on Discord and everybody else's. Sorry, everybody. It was just me and Eric and Connor, it looks like, though, so it'll be all right. So, yeah, I don't really know what to make of that. Didn't do it last year.
Oh, unrelated, but I was looking up what the dimensions of us, which is dumb because we haven't even flown the thing, but building a Tomahawk for the top of our Nike booster.
Oh, yeah.
It would be really dumb long.
Really?
Is that a problem
10
for
feet-
you?
10 feet of 5.5-inch tube.
Oh,
Great.
wow.
Let's do it. And we're putting a 98 in it, yeah?
Yeah, in 2000.
Oh, my God, dude. We'll do the 1939 and 4 K700s won't fit, right?
No. I was thinking the just full Super Thunder, just boost it up.
M6000, K2040 or K2050s. I wish K2045s, and then an M2000.
Can you talk to Eric's comment about the LCO mixing up?
What?
That's all.
Where?
That's all I'm going to give you in the comments.
The answer is no. I don't see where it's at, but I also think I know what he's talking about. I'm not going to. So again,
right.
I'll explain that. There was a related question earlier. I'll say that I'll get to once we're not recording a podcast. Braden picked up his new Dynacom. I did. I bought a Dynacom Scorpion from Vern Knowles. I'm pretty stoked about that.
So sick. My favorite Dynacom kit.
I told him this in person. I was like, my goal, Vern, is to fly this more than you flew yours. And he was like, visibly like, you're an idiot. Because he flew that thing so much. He was like,
Good luck, kid.
Okay, yeah. Because he built it in 1999 and he used it for his level 3. Most recent flight on his website is number 33, and he told me he thinks it has 39 total. And I think it eventually got damaged. He also said that
nuts.
Flight 33 was his 250th high power flight. It was May 3rd, 2008. Oh, that might have been the same launch that I saw Angel Fire fly for the first time. My first high power launch. But yeah, 33, a lot of them were AMW K670s, which even if I could get one, it wouldn't light, so I'm not even going to try with that. But K800, man, I would kill for a K800 Blue Baboon though. But I was thinking about putting one of my L1500s in it, but I'm afraid it will blow up, so I don't know if that's the right call.
Why would it blow up?
Well, because sometimes they just did that.
Oh, they did?
When you have a motor that David says that motor's cool because it shouldn't work, but it does most of the time, there's cause to be alarmed for what you plan to put it in.
That's fair.
We'll save that for the competitor. Because that's old and cool, but not as old and not as cool. Kinetic dart that folded off. Yeah, somebody did a boosted dart on an N. It's, the guy who owns Rocket Junkies. Saw pics of a disco ball and assumed someone brought it because balls. Actually, what happened was somebody, the Oregon rocketry people, found that. It was a piece of like garbage left behind by the Burning Man folks. So then they brought it to the flight line and hung it from an engine hoist and put lights pointing at it. It was probably like 6 feet in diameter.
That's awesome.
It was a good time. The craziest part, though, is that's like not even the most insane thing people have brought to balls. Like the guy that brought the hot tub and like carted in water to fill it and tanks to then drain it because you can't just put water on the playa. The amount of effort required just for the meme of having a hot tub on the flight line is insane. But I do respect it. And there's a bunch of solar panels to power it. Crazy.
That's so much work.
Yeah, that's
sick,
insane.
though.
But yeah, it's a whole other level of commitment. What happens if you put water on the playa?
Well, you're just not supposed to because the BLM will be upset at you. Apparently,
I see.
what it is brine shrimp. That it's sea monkeys that come to life when it's flooded out every summer. So like, I don't know if they're endangered or just in general they don't want you to harm them, but they are apparently just everywhere on the lake bed.
Wild.
That's crazy to think, dude. That was just, but dust was like the wind was blowing sea monkeys into my tent and my car. You'll just get that sometimes. Friar Pablo says, evening all. Hello. But yeah, dude, balls was. I mean, it's always expected to be cool. I guess there was a bunch of big projects that didn't get finished in time, so a bunch of the Class 3 stuff got canceled. Paul Snow had a P motor or Q. I think it was a Q. It didn't rocket motor either, unfortunately. So even though I haven't been filming a ton of stuff this year as much as I used to, there is still a decent amount of a showing for the fail compilation. But I don't know if there's really going to be much else added. Don't get your hopes up because, as you know, when I go to Midwest Power, I pretty much don't film any flights unless we're doing one. So, although I guess we are, and I'm also doing a solo flight. It's going to be a Nike smoke kind of weekend, dude. If you're coming to Midwest Power, bring out your smokes. Let's touch smokes.
Dude, maybe I'll bring my smoke.
Do it, dude.
Won't. I got enough rockets to fly.
You sound lame, dude.
I guess we'll see if I actually finish the Sumi, which would require me to start on fixing it.
Yeah, that's for sure not gonna happen.
It's
So
gonna be
just
so
fly the
sick
Nike
when we
smoke.
Oh, he says it's not gonna happen.
Are we're skeetering, right?
Matt, I told you need to come to the Argonia launch in 2 weeks.
Why aren't we
This guy.
skeeting? Fine.
Fine, he says. I guess I'll go fly some rockets. With my
I
friend.
guess I'll go to a launch in Argonia with really good weather, probably.
Phillips Boys Rocketry says, when are the Fat Boys flying? That is happening at Midwest Power.
It is.
And you have
I think
a
Justin's
guest coming.
joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was at Balls. Got to talk to him for
Wait,
a while.
what? What did you say?
Justin Farrand is building one too. And he wants
Oh,
to join
yeah, I
in
saw
on the
that.
fun.
Oh, sick.
It's going to be a good time. Lots of Fat Boys. Mine's going to be in the garage with a broken fin still. So that'll be fun for everybody to look forward to.
You gotta fix it, and then we can drag race ours at Lucerne, and we can both break the fins.
I think it'd be better if I just move it to the way back burner with all the other broken fin
No,
rockets.
no.
Just get it out of my sight. I fly only Dynacom and Airx rockets now. I want to build the 5.5-inch Patriot. And Shane, we both have to build a 2-inch rocket.
Yeah, we do.
We should do
Why?
that soon. Well, it's Locke sent me 2 of the prototypes for the new kit. So we're each going to build one. And I have to finish the 4-inch version. And they're going to send the 5.5 soon. Dude, should I put my 1999 M1315 in my Scorpion?
Probably.
Be
Be
pretty
kinda sick.
sick. I was going to put it in my 5.5-inch BSD Horizon, but it almost feels cooler in the Scorpion. I don't know. So many cool discontinued rockets to choose from. It just makes it so difficult. You know?
Oh my god.
And sure, I could pull from the stash of cool discontinued Animal Motorworks motors too, but that requires me leaving California.
12 and 16-inch Fat Boys going to LDRS. Could be a Fat Boy party. Perhaps so.
Whoa. Maybe I should
Shane's
take...
certainly not going to be taking his home on the plane.
Yeah,
let's
that.
see.
I'm gonna see
maybe
if
I
I can
should-
take my electronics with me though, because otherwise I don't have any.
Yeah, just buy some more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need
Put it
to.
on the credit
That costs
card.
money.
The unlimited money card says you're good.
Yeah, I'm about to get a handful of Easy Mini.
Dude, bulk buy them.
Probably not, but
I'm about ready to
I'd
order
like
a
to.
10-pack of LL transmitters, dude. Last time,
why?
it took a while to get them. I think Mr. LL might possibly be going Mr. Walston on us.
Ooh. Well, let's do a group buy. I'll take 10.
Dude, that'd be sick if we get a discount deal. I actually, dude, Art still has a Walston. He was using it, and it made me want to ask someone I know that has one if I can buy theirs. It's like, dude, I think that might fix me. Plus, it's their 217, so you could get
It
LO
might
transmitters.
fix you.
Yeah, it might fix me, dude. Have the operator headphones on, swinging around with the shoulder pad.
Then we could have the track on the same frequency.
Oh yeah, but mine would be cooler because I have it strapped to my side like a man purse.
I could get a man purse for mine.
Oh, dude, we could be man purse bros. We could touch Yeti. That's what it's all about, boys. Well,
Touching tips.
I think we're about wrapping up on the balls episode. If anybody has any questions in the live chat, hit them now or forever hold your peas and carrots. Also send us, if you missed this live stream, send us emails, contact@aggpodcast.com or join the Rocket Vlogs Discord or patreon.com/rocketvlogs or patreon.com/aggpod. Any of those are free options to partake in the podcast conversations. And also, while I'm here, let me make a note. This episode's coming out Monday, September 29th. Yeah, okay. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we are doing another live stream because Matt has alerted us that his HOA scheduling was different than we anticipated. And also, I will be gone the Tuesday that we would have otherwise been scheduled. So immediately the schedule is all off the rails. Basically, if you're doing nothing on a Tuesday, maybe anticipate a live stream. That's all I can say for the consistency of the schedule.
I thought we weren't doing it next week now.
Well, we need to, otherwise we're not going to have episodes at all. Because we need to. Because we recorded we recorded an episode for the 29th and the 6th. But then I will be gone for the week of the 6th, so that means there will be nothing to put out on the 13th. So,
okay,
start getting your ass ready for next week because we're double dipping again.
Just like old times.
If you have some podcast suggestions, send them to contact@aggpodcast.com. I actually want to do a fun one. I don't remember how exactly it came up. But I thought it would be fun to put out there. Like, it was because someone was like, you have $5,000, but you can only spend it if you spend all of it in 40 minutes at one store. What are you picking? I was like, well, that'd be real easy for me, obviously. It could be any rocketry website. So I thought it might be fun to just ask people what they would buy if I just handed them $5,000. No motive or objective, but you get to shop at any rocketry website you want and just get $5,000. What are you buying? But you have to spend all of it. You guys want to do that? I think it'd be fun.
At the end of the video or the end of each clip, you actually give them $5,000 like a Mr. Beast video.
Ooh,
you just throw that around, right?
Whoa, YouTube monies.
YouTube
Come
money.
on.
That's the Garmin money, man.
Yeah.
This guy's out here with health insurance. I have health insurance too, actually.
Must be nice.
Taylor, do you have health insurance?
Technically.
Oh, sounds good.
That's good.
I do, but not vision or dental anymore.
Vision.
Me too.
Yeah.
There's always Airfresh 32. Oh,
nothing like
will be
high
there.
deductible insurance. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So high you might as well pay out of pocket.
Paying from the pocket.
Just there in case I snap my leg in half.
Which could happen.
Let's put some use to it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. You come in this winter.
you need to keep the saw blades. You need to keep the saw blades out of your body. That'll probably help.
Do it on work time.
Well, I've been
get your work.
So far, so good.
Well, on that note, I think we might as well bring this balls episode to an end. My name is Rocket. You can find me right here on YouTube at Rocket Vlogs. You follow me on Instagram at BigB1011 or Rocket Vlogs Official. Follow me on Facebook at Braden Carlson. That's my stage name. Again, my real name is Rocket. And you can also find Rocket Vlogs on Facebook as well. Go give those a follow. There's almost 200,000 followers on Facebook, which is pretty crazy. And now feels like a good time to remind everybody that John Mayer follows Rocket Vlogs on Instagram. So if you aren't, what's wrong with you? You know, John Mayer. But you don't want to follow Rocket Vlogs? You're listening to this podcast. Go follow it. Come on. Come on. Do you want to go, Taylor?
My name's Taylor. You can find me on YouTube at the Rocket Channel. Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Shane. You can find me on YouTube at Postart Propulsions, where there's a new video that you should go watch.
It's pretty good.
Thank you. Wow.
What the half, boo? And my name's Matt, and you can find me here.
Oh.
Boo to you too.
Nope. His name's Matt, and you can find him in Argonia, Kansas 2.5 weeks from now.
Oh,
Is that right?
Yeah.
Bully Matt into going to the October Fun Fly.
Go where you have to pay for the next Punisher flight.
Oh.
Dang, the one after the one he volunteered to pay for solely also?
Yeah.
The next
Dang it.
two
Dang.
Punisher flights are all
2026 is going to be a good year.
We got N4000s back and unlimited Matt payments. Let's go.
I hope I get a pretty good raise this year.
On that note, we are the Anti-Gravity Group. This is the Anti-Gravity Group podcast, and we will see you all next time.
We might just hear from Nigel the Rocket Cat. Load up the professional masterpiece, you can bet on that. A launch and a chat with them is guaranteed to be a blast. It's the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. Ooh, ooh.